He's not a cat. He's a dog. He's a chihuahua. Anyway, for today's soccer video, I am so excited because I came across this article and I thought it was so interesting. I got this off of the FIFA.com website, and it is the 5 World Cup Classics set for 2026 reruns. So the World Cup 2026 draw set up a host of exciting group stage matches, including repeats of fixtures which have thrilled at the global showpiece in years gone by. How cool is that? And there's only a selected few, so there's only 5, so I thought that was really, really cool to just ramble over it so that you guys can relax to some soccer, football rambles while I chew some gum. Maybe I'll take the gum out halfway through the video. But anyway, you guys, I hope you are having a wonderful weekend or had a wonderful weekend whenever you see this. I'm currently obsessed with the sound of this soccer ball. It's so soothing to me. Okay, let's get started, you guys. So, starting with the first one. So, I'm just gonna read this really quick, a little preface. So, the FIFA World Cup 2026 final draw threw up a host of intriguing group stage matchups. These included clashes between teams who have previously faced off on the grandest stage of all. Here, we relive 5 memorable World Cup games involving nations primed to lock horns again at the next year's global finals. This is so exciting. Okay, let's get started. So, starting with Spain versus Uruguay, 2-2. This was in Brazil, 1950. A final round group stage determined the winners of the 1950 World Cup, with Uruguay, Brazil, Spain, and Sweden battling it out for the crown. Every game in this phase then carried huge significance, and Uruguay's clash with Spain was among the most dramatic to unfold after the European side stormed back from a global down to lead. Obdulo Varela hit a 73rd minute equalizer for La Celeste. The result gave Uruguay a vital shot of momentum, and they went on to beat Sweden and host Brazil to clinch a second world title. The teams will clash again in Blockbuster World Cup 2026 match. A feverish crowd is expected at the Estadio Guadalajara as Marcelo Bielsa's team take on La Roja, reigning European champions, in their final Group H game. And when and where will they play at the World Cup in 2026? That will take place on June 26. Uruguay versus Spain from Group H at Estadio Guadalajara. Isn't that so cool? Like, I feel like these are just iconic moments in football history, and you get to relive them again. Anyway, if you're in Guadalajara on June 26th, you should go watch it. Brazil 4-1. Brazil 4-1 Scotland, and this was in Spain, 1982. I wasn't even born yet. Were you born there already? So, Brazil and Scotland's World Cup 2026 meeting will mark the 5th time they have met in the group phase, making it the joint most played fixture at this stage. Oh, my little baby's dreaming. Papito. When he's having like nightmares, I wake him up. Papa. He falls asleep every time I'm doing ASMR videos. He feels, oh, dogs they get ASMR too. Anyway, moving on. So, arguably, their most memorable encounter came back at Spain 1982 when David Neres' Thunderbolt fired the Scots into a shock lead in Seville. That strike, however, served to stun a dazzling gifted Brazilian team into action. Cisco's breathtaking free kick leveled the scores before Oscar headed a Senegal in front. Eder's ingenious lob made it 3-1 in Falcao's low drive completed the scoring. And when and where will they play at the World Cup in 2026? At the Miami Stadium, Group C on June 24th. There's a lot of Brazilians in Miami. That stadium is going to explode. But that's so cool. Okay, third one. France 0-1 Senegal. Korea, Japan 2002. So, hair fix break. Hold on. Oh, men won't ever understand, but girls, ladies, like on the first day of wash hair, your hair is like unmanageable. Like it's just like dense, it's frizzy, it's like third hair day is the best. Okay. Anyway, France headed into the 2002 World Cup as defending champions, and with a star-studded squad, many tipped to go all the way again. Their defeat against Senegal in the tournament's opening game consequently sent shockwaves around planet football. Papa Boba Diop was the match winner for the heroic Lions of Teranga, who were making their maiden appearance at the global finals. The midfielder, who tragically passed away aged 42 in 2020, etched his name into the World Cup folklore with his 30th minute strike. The teams will meet for the first time since that Seoul showdown when they kick off Group L in New York, New Jersey. Will Kylian Mbappe and co gain a measure of revenge for that 2002 clash, or can Senegal record another upset? When and where will they play at the World Cup 2026? This will take place in the New York, New Jersey Stadium on June 16th. France versus Senegal. Another classic. Okay, moving on. We've got two more. So this one is South Africa 1 Mexico. South Africa 2010. South Africa versus Mexico will open a World Cup for the second time at the 2026 finals, with the fixture having also kicked off the 2010 edition. On that occasion, Sifewe Tshabalala sent the Johannesburg crowd into raptures when he rifled the hosts ahead at Soccer City. Rafael Marquez leveled late on for Mexico in a game which will go down in history as the first World Cup match to be staged on African soil. In 2026, El Tri will feel the backing of their passionate support when they take on South Africa at the iconic Mexico City Stadium. It will be the first time the opening fixture has been repeated from the 19 previous tournaments, which started with a one-game match day. And when and where will they play at the World Cup in 2026? They will play on June 11th, Mexico versus South Africa. Group A at the Mexico City Stadium. Okay, last one. Croatia versus England. Croatia 2-1 England. Russia 2018. The European heavyweights will go head-to-head at the 2026 extravaganza in a repeat of a dramatic semi-final from 2018. Back then, England were eyeing a return to the World Cup final 52 years after their previous appearance into the title decider. Croatia, meanwhile, were hunting a spot in the showpiece match for the first time ever. The Three Lions got off the dream start when Kieran Trippier curled in a sumptuous free kick, but Croatia hit back through Ivan Perisic's acrobatic finish. A clinical extra time strike from Mario Bandzukic proved decisive as Croatia emerged triumphant and booked a final showdown with France. That was the last one. And then when and where will they play at the World Cup in 2026? It will take place on June 17th. England versus Croatia, Group L, at the Dallas Stadium. That's so exciting. Okay. Oh my god, should I just keep going, you guys? So I'm just reading another headline news. 5 million ticket requests in 24 hours underlines soaring global demand. Colombia versus Portugal has emerged as the most sought after match during the random selection drop period so far. Okay, Colombia, Portugal. Fans from over 200 countries and territories wasted no time, submitting 5 million ticket requests in the first 24 hours of the random selection draw. Demand is being driven by blockbuster group stage clashes with Colombia versus Portugal leading the way. Okay, I mean, that's probably one of the most exciting ones. Come on, well, I'm biased. Portugal, hello. I love Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, I think if you've been watching me long enough, you would know. And then Colombia, because, hello, Colombia. And they're a great team. And I love Colombia. Love Colombia. Neighboring South American nations surge in interest while Scottish already long awaited return to world football's greatest stage after 28 years. That is insane. Just 24 hours after the third phase of ticket sales for the FIFA World Cup 2026, once it opened, demand from around the world reached extraordinary levels. Fans from over 200 countries and territories submitted 5 million ticket requests via FIFA.com/tickets. Fueled by excitement to witness the first ever 48-team tournament, which will take place across Canada, Mexico, and the United States from Thursday, June 11th to Sunday, July 19th, 2026. You crazy fans. I mean, for us Americans that are here that have never had the opportunity to actually go to a World Cup, the fact that we're going to have it here is so exciting, and I'm pretty sure a lot more people are probably going to go because it's going to be way more accessible for us. And also for like Latin American fans, if you're from Colombia, if you're from Brazil, if you're from Argentina, it's going to be so much easier for you to just travel to Miami and actually come see these World Cup games. That is so, so cool. That is exciting. They published an article yesterday. How, where, and when can I buy FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets? I'm sure you all know, but you go to FIFA.com/tickets, then general public sales, and you should just get them there. I mean, I know they're very expensive, but if you're interested, that's where you check it out. What else? World Cup news. What else is on here? Comenencia facing Germany is a dream of Curaçao. Curaçao defender Livano Comenencia visited the FIFA Museum in Zurich to deliver a historic piece of memorabilia and discuss the World Cup draw. So Comenencia helped Curaçao qualify for inaugural FIFA World Cup. FC Zurich defender visited the FIFA Museum earlier this week. He donated his match-worn shirt from crucial victory over Jamaica. Okay, Curaçao, alright, whatever. Good for you. No, I'm kidding, that's good. Okay. So, Comenencia is acutely aware of the history that Curaçao have already made in the global game. I think his achievement makes it very special because we are the smallest country, he added. We came really far. We trained and played on pitches that are not really good, and we fought with blood, sweat, and tears. I think we really deserve to play at the World Cup. Okay, you guys, that is it. That is it for this video. It's too long already. I'm